Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tony Lunsford Field here at Minor High School, where we're about to start the full day slate of the EYFL football championships. The first contest this morning will be featuring the Tarrant City Ducks taking on the Bessemer Tigers. They've already had the handshakes and have gone through the coin toss, so we'll be underway shortly. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, barely a cloud in the sky. Approximately 45 degrees to start the contest. It's going to warm up to about 60 or so throughout the day. So we're expecting a great day of football. It's going to be a long one. If you have purchased a ticket to watch online, you'll be able to check these games out all day. And I am Freddie Flowers, a.k.a. the voice of the Clay Chalkville Cougars, here with you today. So we want you to stay with us. Big shout out to Moxie Media Productions. They are here handling the broadcast chores today, and they do an excellent job with all of our broadcast events. So we are looking forward to a great day of football. Now, these are two tough little teams right here, and this ought to be a whole lot of fun. We want you to watch the games, cheer these boys on as they're starting, really, their football journey. We don't know how long it'll last. At this age group, expect to see some silliness, if you will, on the sidelines. Always a lot of fun seeing what these kids do. And remember, it's about their growth and development. It's not always about the ring. Sometimes we lose a little bit of focus on that. But as long as we are supporting the kids, ultimately that's what it's about at the end of the day. All right. Now, at this age group, you'll typically see two coaches on the field. Obviously, you're not going to see traditional kickoffs. Punts will be walked off should the coaches elect to take them. The ball is spotted at the 30-yard line. Tarrant City on defense first. Tigers will be starting out on offense. So the Ducks are in the green and white. The Tigers are in the orange and blue. I'll make that orange and purple. I stand corrected. And we also need to keep in mind that we don't want anybody throwing anything through your TV set or your computer screens. Remember, the officials are human too. So you see the coaches getting them lined up for the first play of the game. And these are tiny little guys, so we're going to do the best we can to try to keep up with the numbers of the players. And I'm 54 years old and wear bifocals, but I do have my binoculars, so we're going to do the best we can. And that's the fun part about this age group. So they had them lined up, and coaches call them back. And the fun part about this is if you're as old as I am, you probably remember those old electric football games from the 1970s. And if you remember those things from the 1970s where you set your little men on the field and they kind of went bam and ran all over the place, you didn't really know where it was going to go, there's probably going to be an element of that today. So we got the wishbone formation. I'm an Oklahoma native, so that's nice to see. And the officials are trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, there's the whistle, and it looks like we're finally going to get underway. So there's the handoff. Tigers finding some room over to their left, and number one, the ball carrier, is finally going to get dragged down by number 3 of the Ducks. So let's see where they're going to spot. It looks like he ran out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So he had a 35-yard run to start the contest. Number 9 carrying the load, and he's going to be brought down quickly by number 3, but there is a flag on the field, and it is holding, so that one will come back now. So for those that don't know, holding is a spot foul. So at the point that the foul occurred is where it will be marked off from. So oftentimes what will happen is, say, if you have a 2nd and 7, but you have a spot foul after a 5-yard run, what would have been typically a 3rd and 3 will now become a 2nd and 13 or 16 or whatever that is. It just kind of looks odd. Nonetheless, it looks like it happened right at the line of scrimmage, so the ball is spotted at the 45-yard line. And the Tigers are going to take a timeout, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back, folks, and looks like they got sorted out whatever they had to get sorted out. The officials had to have a discussion about something. So the Tiger quarterback looks back to get the signal from the coach. And there's movement up front. And that's going to be an offsides against the Ducks. So that'll get marched off for 5 yards and put the ball at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Tigers. Movement up front once again. Let's see. The offsides once again. Now, one of the things that happens at this age group, a lot of times, when that particular player is charged with the offsides, they may get a little apprehensive and not take off as quickly as you want them to. But that's part of the learning process, and that's okay. Number 1 on the keeper goes to his left. Big stiff arm before he's brought down. And let's see who got that. That was number 0 that brought him down, but that was a huge stiff arm on that run. 5-yard gain for the Tigers. And got him right in the mush to get the extra yardage. So the Tigers get lined up. And there's the handoff to number 2. Number 2 trying to find some room. He's going to be met by a host of Duck defenders. And he's going to be short of the first. From what I can tell, it's going to be 3rd and 2. Ball is spotted at the 28-yard line. Tigers looking to find a rhythm. And you can clearly see what's about to happen here. Sends the man into motion. There he goes to his left. And he's going to have more than a first. He's going to get to the 16-yard line. That's a first down for the Tigers. Tigers finding success running to the left side of the field. And, looking at those little guys, I can tell some of them are getting that extra slice of cake. There's some healthy boys on that Tiger line. Number 1 on the keeper, breaks some tackles to keep going once again, running to his left. Makes a move back inside, still on his feet. And it's going to be a touchdown for the Tigers. Number 1 breaks a few ankles along the way to get the score. We're looking at the replay. Look at that cut right there, taking it back inside and finding the seam to get into the end zone. And we have the dance right at the end. I have no rhythm, so I will not attempt to learn that one. The Tigers get set for the conversion. Number 10 under center. There's the handoff to number 9. Number 9 looking for a little room. Boom! He's going to be met by number 3 of the Ducks. So that conversion is no good. And the Tigers jump out 6-0. 5:33 remaining in the first quarter. Number 3 for the Ducks on a couple of plays brought out the hit stick. Now we're going to see what the offense of the Ducks can do against the Tiger defense. Coach is making a count, making sure all the players are on the field. As it often happens, sometimes the players aren't where they need to be. They're talking with the officials, trying to make sure everything is squared away. Now, I will say this, as the age groups get older, the pace of the game quickens. It's a lot slower at the younger ages, and for obvious reasons. The officials also try to help the kids out. And you see the coaches actually shaking hands or bumping fists, and that's a good sign because that's what you want to see is that kind of sportsmanship. And that teaches the boys more about life than anything football can do. All right, we have the whistle. There's the handoff. Some miscommunication, and there's a flag on the field. Number 24 with the tackle. Number 8, the ball carrier. And we'll see the call from the white hat. Well, it's against the Tigers. Looks like we had a face mask. So that's going to net an automatic first down. Puts the ball at the 45. So a potential loss of yardage on the play is wiped out by the penalty. And coach is whispering the play call. And players are just, they are eager. I'm watching them bop into one another, and that's okay. For the most part, on a Sunday morning, these kids are normally getting ready for church or getting a few extra Z's in. Now, you can clearly see that they weren't lined up exactly right, but that's okay. Number 8, the ball carrier. Gain of 2 on the play. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Now, for those of you who are watching, don't make a fuss if they're not lined up perfectly on the front. Remember, these kids are learning. And the officials doing a fine job letting them play. They have plenty of time to get it straightened out as they matriculate throughout their football careers. Number 3 tries to break a tackle. Loses some yardage before a host of Tiger defenders get in there to stop him. Number 10 with the celebration. Loss of yardage on the play will make it 3rd and 12. Play loses 4 yards. And a big 3rd down, you can already tell that the Tigers are showing blitz. Terrence City didn't make it here by accident. Some days have a slower start than others. Number 1, the ball carrier, looking for some room, and he's going to go down after a gain of 2 to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 4th down. So coaches have a decision to make. And we'll see if they walk off the punt. And that is exactly what they're going to do. Now, different leagues have different rules. In this case here, this punt was walked off 35 yards. Looking down below, looks like some fans are having a really good time just below the press box. I'll let y'all figure that one out. So the Tigers starting their second drive. Once again, going to their left. Number 1, the ball carrier, stretches it out. And he's only got one man to beat. Number 8 of the Ducks homing in on him. Number 3 sliding up as well. And that's going to net a huge first down for Bessemer. Ball is going to be spotted at the 43-yard line. $22-yard gain on that run. This time, number 33 carrying it off to his right, stretching it out, cuts it back inside. He's going to get caught by the shoulder pads, folks. That was a clean tackle. They're going to get into Duck territory, and they're going to get to the 46-yard line. Tigers working the edges, getting chunks of yards at a time. Number 10 on the keeper, breaks a tackle. There's the stiff arm. Number 10 still on his feet for a group of Duck defenders bring him down. And he's going to get to the 35-yard line. Another first down for the Tigers. Number 10's going to have to come off the field to regroup. So the Duck defenders trying to get sorted out on defense. Tigers having their way with them. Wishbone formation. And we're going to have a timeout by the Ducks. And we'll be right back, folks. All right, we're back, folks. Tarrant City has got to find the answer dealing with the edges of the field or coming off tackle. Right now, the Tigers are just dominating up front. and our backs are just having their will with the Duck defenders. So we will see how this works out. Ball is at the 35-yard line. And the quarterback pops his player upside the head. Tell me the ball is loose. And number 33 tries to escape. Ducks recover. Number 1, the quarterback, kind of popping his teammate upside the head to get him lined up. That is fun stuff at this age to see that. It's got me chuckling a little bit there. But, you know, that's where you find your leaders. I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it. He's just letting them know, hey, get right. There's a handoff. Duck defenders in pursuit. Number 30 for Tarrant City. Bringing down the back. Huge loss of yardage on that play. And it's going to be 3rd and 17 with the ball spotted at the 42-yard line. That timeout looks to be just the answer the Ducks needed to sort it all out. And that'll do it for the first quarter, folks. The Tigers lead the Ducks 6-0. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Tarrant City making some adjustments after getting dominated up front in the first quarter of the contest. Some miscommunication by the Tigers have led to a loss of yardage. It is now 3rd and 17. Ball was spotted at the 42-yard line. Tigers are looking to get back on track after the last series of events that led to this loss of yardage. This time they're going to spread it out. They got 3 receivers high. Looked like the ball came loose. They faked it, and there they go. Number 3 with the stop for the Ducks. Number 1, the ball carrier. And they get a first down. So the Tigers changed the formula a little bit and throws the Ducks off after they made their adjustments. So you have a first down at the 26-yard line. So the Ducks are getting lined up. Tigers with 2 receivers. Number 3 putting in a lot of work today. Brings down the ball carrier. And that is number 9 for the Tigers. Gain of 7 puts the ball at the 20. It'll be 2nd and 3. Number 10 under center, getting the guys lined up. They're going to go 3 wide. And here it comes on the reverse. Ducks miss an opportunity. There's another tackle missed. Before he's brought down by number 25 of the Ducks, number 1, the ball carrier, but nonetheless it moves the sticks. They're going to get to the 16, first down, Bessemer. So the Tigers putting together a slow, methodical drive, and this is going to be chewing up a lot of clock. Almost like they're playing keep away. Number 10 bounces it out to his right, and there's nothing but real estate in front of him, one man to beat. And he is going to be brought down by number 3. Right now the defensive MVP for the Ducks has to be number 3. He is just all over the field. Nonetheless, first and goal to go, ball at the 7-yard line. Tigers basically grinding down the Duck defense. They come off tackle, one man to beat, and he's going to get in there. Number 1 of the Tigers, pardon me, with the score for Bessemer. The Duck defense. They come off tackle, one man to beat, and he's going to get in there. Number 1 of the Tigers, pardon me, with the score for Bessemer. Number 2 under center. He rolls out to his right. He's going to be hit by a host of Duck defenders. So the point after attempt is no good. So please pardon my faux pas in addressing the teams. There used to be some quackers in the Bessemer area way back yonder. So I'm an older guy, and I remember all that stuff. It just reared its head. Nonetheless, the Tigers are leading 12-0 at 5:07 remaining in the first half. Tarrant City has to figure out exactly what the answer is going to be before this potentially gets out of hand. So they get the kiddos lined up. Jumbo formation. And the Ducks just can't seem to find the answer offensively. Loss of yardage on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12. Ball's at the 28-yard line. Let's see what they come up with. Runs into his own man. And nothing working for the Ducks thus far. Play loses another yard. So it'll be 3rd and 13. Now, I have to admit, I'm a little bit surprised that they're staying in the same formation, maybe trying a little misdirection. And they know the formula that got them here. Number 3, the ball carrier. He's going to be met by a couple of Tiger defenders. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So I expect to see another punt. Given the way the Tigers have dominated the front, we'll see what happens this time. This is where it gets to be a little bit of fun. Ball is spotted at the 42-yard line in Tiger territory. They get the balls exchanged. I'm going to get the defense lined up. Sometimes this is where you see I call like the fancy pants stuff sometimes. You got a 12-0 lead. Things are going pretty good. There's motion. Come out of the wishbone. 3 low to the left. Number 1 gives a stiff arm. And he's going to be brought down from behind by guess who? Number 3. He'll get to the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. Nearly netted another 1st down. They have got to figure out what to do with this Tiger offense. There's motion once again. And the Tigers are going to take a timeout. We'll be right back while they try to figure out what they're going to do next.
Vegas has become one of America's fastest growing cities. Ann Road Animal Hospital welcomes anyone who is committed to practicing the best veterinary medicine. We hold ourselves to the highest of medical standards and remain accountable for ensuring that clients and their pets receive optimal service and care. Visit our website at annroadah.com and apply today.
All right, we're back. It is 2nd and 1. Ball is spotted at the Duck 49. Tigers have had their way offensively thus far in the contest. So they go 3 high to the right. Man under center. And number 1 goes off tackle. Got a flag on the play. False start against the Tigers. So that 2nd and 1 will now become 2nd and 6. And the ball will be spotted at the 46-yard line, at the 45-yard line. Pardon me, the 46. It's Sunday morning. Give me some time for my math. So they go into motion, strong side to the right. He goes up the middle. Number 1, the ball carrier, is going to be brought down by number 0. And that moves the sticks. 1st down, Bessemer. They get to the 48. So they keep going to the right, keeping it strong. Number 1 has no one in front of him. Number 3, the speedster, is going to try to catch him. Let's see if he does. And let's see what the call is. And, yep, he gets into the end zone. I thought he made it. It is a touchdown. Number 3 was right on his tail, but he trips into the end zone. Number 3, the speedster, is going to try to catch him. Let's see if he does. And let's see what the call is. No mystery to that call. And, yep, he gets into the end zone. I thought he made it. It is a touchdown. So now down 18-0, pending the conversion. 59 seconds remaining in the first half. The Ducks will want to do something, anything, to see if they can get some momentum. Number 1 under center. There's a snap, goes back to his right once again, and he's going to go in clean for the 2. So that lead will be 20-0. So the story of the first half is simple. Dominance. Not a whole lot else to say about it. The Tigers firing on all cylinders, offensively, defensively. So we'll see what kind of adjustments are made at the half. As the coaches get them lined up. And one of the beautiful things is the patience that the Tarrant City coaches have with their players. And these guys understand that, you know, you're dealing with 6-year-olds. And while winning is fun, it's not the most important thing, especially at this age group. Big hit by the Bessemer defense. Number 25, the ball carrier. Clock continues to run. They get the play sent in. Fakes the handoff. Number 1 carries it, has a little bit of room, and has a nice run. Solid gain, and then bring up 3rd down and about 2. And that'll do it for the first half, folks. So, you know, as we go to our summary here in the first half, with Bessemer leading Tarrant 20-0, sheer dominance by Bessemer. Offense, defense, well coached, excellent blocking. They're taking advantage of the holes that are giving and racing for daylight. Not to mention that these boys, they're definitely showing that they want it. Those are some pretty good stiff arms and licks that are going on out there. But don't count out the Ducks. There's a whole half of football to go, so don't go and get a bowl of cereal or anything or something else during the second half. Might want to pay attention to that. We'll be right back. right, we're back to get ready to start with the third quarter. The Tigers with a dominant first half performance over the Ducks lead 20-0. The Ducks looking to find anything that can work. So we'll see what happens. Ball is on the ground, and it's almost as if nobody saw it. But I think there was a whistle before all that occurred. Okay, so the play was blown dead. Ducks lose 2 yards. The ball is now at the 28-yard line. Some miscommunication to start the second half. And there's the handoff to number 3, but he's going to be met in the backfield. Zero for the Tigers, first to arrive. A loss of yardage on the play. Puts it behind the 25 at about the 24-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 16 for Tarrant City. Ducks look for room up the middle. Ball comes loose, it looks like. And the Tigers come up with it. Tigers have it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. And as dominant as Bessemer has been, the last thing you want to do is give them a short field. So there seems to be some confusion on the field as to what's going on. Obviously, there was a turnover. Do not know why the Tigers were coming back towards the bench, but they're getting them straight. And I wish we had caught that on the sideline, one of the Tigers trying to take a nap on the bench. Number 9 carrying the load for Bessemer. He's going to be brought down by the usual suspects for the Ducks. A gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. The sticks are kind of everywhere. Not sure if the chain gang is completely awake this morning. Big stick. Number 25 wraps him up. Number 3 finishes him off. Number 33, the ball carrier. Bessemer rotating players in and out. Number 1 under center. Number 1 turns it back inside. And guess who made the tackle for the Ducks? That's right, number 3. Regardless of how this contest turns out, if there's an MVP for this game, and usually the way it goes is somebody always wants to pick an MVP from the winning side, my vote goes for number 3. And yeah, I'll say it, of the Ducks. That kid's been like a one-man army out there. Wherever that ball is, he's near it. Guess who's in pursuit again? But not enough, as number 1 is going to score for Bessemer. With 2 and some change remaining in the third quarter. And that clock continues to run, so it looks like we are now in hot clock, as they call it. Tigers get set for the conversion. Ball is loose. Tigers get back on top of it, but that's not going to matter. $26-0. And the players matriculate to get set back up. So one of the things, you talk about, what are you going to do next year? You try to bring all the same kids back. And one of the things that we like to talk about is building community pride with teams. I've used to coach in youth football, involved in Clay Chalkville a lot. And one of the things that has helped successful high school programs is the connections between those high school teams and their communities. And we hope to see that one day with youth sports getting tied closer to their high school counterparts. Number 2, getting the call, and a sea of Tigers swarm in to bring them down. May have got a few inches on that one, and that's going to do it for the third quarter, folks. Tigers leading the Ducks 26-0. We're back to start the fourth quarter. This has been total domination by the Bessemer Tigers. Number 8 running it for the Ducks. Number 9, along with number 0 for the Tigers on the stop. Ducks get a couple out of it. So it'll be 3rd and 7. Ducks not able to find an answer at all for Bessemer. Ball comes loose. Ducks get right back on top of it. Loss of yardage on the play, it appeared. And let's see. And they're just going to go for it. Ducks lined up. Short gain is going to result in a turnover on downs. Number 25, the ball carrier. And the the Tiger offense will take over at the 36-yard line. Clock continues to run, almost down to 5 minutes left in the contest. And there's the motion. And we have a timeout. I am surprised that at this stage of the game, leading 26-0, that a timeout was requested. I'm just going to leave that where it lays. Pardon that bop sound. We got a few flies in the booth. We got to entertain ourselves a little bit here, too. It's a Sunday morning. It's a beautiful day. Great temperatures. Thanksgiving coming up. Bessemer's getting big yardage, and they're going to score. And this time it's number 2, but there's a flag on the field. Tigers looking to add, and there is a hold. They're right at the line of scrimmage, so that one will come back. So that score is erased. Number 2, the ball carrier, is going to have his efforts erased due to that penalty. So that score will go back to 26. Penalty will put the ball at the 45-yard line. Number 2, the ball carrier once again running back to his right. 2 still on his feet, and he's going to be brought down inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. Bessemer trying to add one more score, it looks like, to the board. I'll say this, at this kind of time on the clock, you got to let the kids play. Number 11 runs inside. Will be brought down by a number of Duck defenders. They are inside the 20-yard line, right at about the 18. I'm wondering if the chain gang knows where the ball actually is. Because one's at the 20 and one's at the 10, but the ball is inside the 20. I'll call them out. But, hey, those are volunteer dads, so I can't be too critical of them. Nice juke move, number 1, and he's going to streak into the end zone. And there's a flag on the field. Holding once again. So if that occurred at the 22, that means that ball is going to come back to the 32-yard line. Well, they're saying it occurred at the 20, so the ball's at the 30. At this point, I would hope to see them just take the victory knee. You lead 26-0. You're under 30 seconds in the game. What is the point? And number 1 is running it, and that's one of their starters. And he's still dancing down the sideline. And unless there's a flag, it is a touchdown for Bessemer. And that'll do it. And number 1 is running it, and that's one of their starters. And he's number 1 running down the sideline. And unless there's a flag, it is a touchdown for Bessemer. And that'll do it. Your Tigers are the champions. So, for a quick recap of this game, and I know some people out there might like it. Okay, let's get some things out the way. Obviously, first, total domination by Bessemer, 100%. Take nothing away from that. What am I critical of? Running up the score. You had a chance to take a victory knee. This is where you have a chance to teach these kids some class. Number 1, apparently a starter. So I can be critical of that, but nonetheless, they're the champs, and they had a great game. So we're going to get on to our next contest, and we want you guys to stay tuned, and we hope you're having a great time this morning, and we'll be right back.